Every week, we get messages from Indians abroad saying that we want to come back, but something is stopping us. And honestly, the confusion is valid.
Because moving back to India is not just a happy decision, it's a complicated one. So if you're feeling stuck between comfort and belonging, this video might help you make the right choice, or should I say, help you save from the wrong decision.
Chapter 1: Why you even want to come back. I know how many people must have asked you this. Almost everyone asks the same question, that why you want to come back. तुम्हारी life तो उधर बहुत ही मस्त चल रही है. There's nothing to come back to. But they don't understand what we go through. They don't understand what we feel. And it's not like we hate abroad, or it's not like that this country is better than this country. We choose one over the other. It's just into the small things. It's the little things. You know, जब आप festivals आ रहे हैं, दिवाली आ रही है, I remember exactly that when I used to call my friends who are in India, they are having fun. They are having like 4 to 5 holidays for that Diwali festival. Or I am on a Wednesday sitting in the office desk, and just all I can do is just miss my home, miss my family, and miss celebrating it with them. I know how it feels. Every festival, every special occasion, the birthday, be it anniversaries, उनकी birthday, हमारी birthday, ये सब कुछ इतना खाली खाली लगता है ना. Because all you can do is just take up your phone and just look at them on the screen. You can't be with them. मतलब yes, we can, यहाँ से हम ऑर्डर कर सकते हैं कि उनको केक वहाँ तक पहुँच जाए, या फिर उनकी गिफ्ट्स हम पहुँचा दें. Those things will be doable, but it's not the same by as much as you sitting next to them and cutting that cake. उसकी feeling ही अलग है. And we feel it almost every day. We wait for an entire year, sometimes even more, like sometimes even 2 to 3 years to meet our families, and that's hard. That's heavy on us. It is filled with a lot of pain, a lot of regret, a lot of guilt. That at what cost we are getting this development, or at what cost that we are being successful. कि हाँ career में तो successful है, लेकिन अपनी family से मिलने के लिए हमें इतना wait करना पड़ता है. And especially when the times are hard. There are calls that felt very heavy because वहाँ पे वो लोग कुछ problem में है. They are sick, they are going through some surgery, and we can't go right away. We can't first of all leave, and even if we leave, we have to wait like 16, 21, sometimes 24, 30 hours in the flight, और उतना time लगता है to reach them. And that time, it's all so painful that nobody actually acknowledges it. And I know the argument of others कि हाँ पैसे बहुत अच्छे हैं, lifestyle बहुत अच्छे है. We know that. But the point is, what we go through every day, every weekend it feels even more empty. Because it's just repetitions that's happening. हम वही चीज़ें हर बार करते हैं, every weekend करते हैं. बस एक नई जगह जा रहे हैं, वहाँ पे भी हम वो same चीज़ें feel करते हैं, क्योंकि we want our parents, we want our family to, you know, have that vacation with us, and not just call them and show them that, see, I've been here, I'm here. It's hard, and very few people actually understands how hard it is. I know it. And when you look at it from the societal point of view, everybody feels that, oh my god, you guys are successful, oh, you are, you know, you are settled in. And in like what way you are settled? You're abroad, you have your own home, you have your car, you have your job, you're earning this much, you're going to different places every weekend, but it still not feels fulfilled with all of this.
Chapter 2. But why you haven't really left yet? Number 1, your salary. Yeah, you know it, I know it. The salary that you get in an abroad country with the lifestyle that you really want, and the lifestyle that is so obvious, like way better than India, is the number 1 reason that you haven't left yet. Think about it. अगर यही सारी चीज़ें हमें इंडिया में मिल जाती तो, like a very good peaceful place to live, good salary, why would we even leave even for the first time, right? So you're remembering the time that you made the decision of leaving your home, the life that gives you more status. right? And there's no judgment here, bro. I get it. We all do that. But the real question is, why does it feels not fulfilling? So you have a great lavish lifestyle in abroad and you're having balls and balls of fun and you miss the belonging. So there's comfort and there's belonging. And between those two conflicting desires, you feel stress. And that's not a stress that you're allowed to take it out. जैसे कि आपकी अगर ऑफिस में कोई इशू है तो आप अपने पेरेंट्स या पीयर्स से बात कर सकते हो कि यार मेरा मैनेजर ने दिमाग खराब कर देता है मेरा, या फिर इवन इफ यू आर गोइंग थ्रू सम टफ टाइम्स इन योर मैरिज, यू कैन शेयर इट विद योर फ्रेंड्स और फैमिली और रिलेटिव्स. दे माइट रियली गेट यू दैट हाँ यार हमारे साथ भी होता है, हाँ मेरी वाइफ भी ऐसे, या फिर हाँ मेरी मॉम डैड ऐसे वगैरह वगैरह. बट इफ यू डेयर टू इवन से दिस दैट भाई पैसे वैसे तो बहुत है बट आई जस्ट डोंट फील द पीस और आई डोंट फील द मुझे फुलफिल फील नहीं हो रहा है, तो बोलेंगे कि भाई क्या फूक के बैठे हो. ये नहीं है लोगों के पास. यू हैव इट एंड विच इज ट्रू इन अ लॉट ऑफ सेंस, बट यू आर स्टिल फीलिंग इट बिकॉज यू आर द वन हुज फीलिंग इट ना. आपके साथ वो हो रहा है तो आपको पता है वो कैसे होता है. आई हैव बीन एग्जैक्टली इन योर शूज फ्यू इयर्स बैक, सो आई नो हाउ डज इट फील. एंड ऑनेस्टली पता है सबसे ज्यादा डर किस बात का लगता है? लोग क्या कहेंगे. When our parents get affected by what people say, when we get affected by what people say, it's not a easy peasy. I get it. जब लोग आपके अब्रॉड को ही सेलिब्रेट कर रहे थे, आपके बाहर लाइफ को सेलिब्रेट कर रहे थे, जब उसे एक स्टेटस मिलता था, तो जब आप वापस आने का सोच रहे हो तो आपको डर है कि क्या मुझे लोग वापस जज करेंगे. So you feel all of that. The salary comparisons that you're constantly doing with your Bangalore friend, I'm sure. The lifestyle choices that confuses you, that भाई वैसे दिल्ली की हवा पता है क्या है. The women safety issues that you're thinking about your daughter, कि would India be a safer place to raise my kid? You're always listening to such negative news about India and then you're confused that should I move back or should I not? My lifestyle is great but I don't feel belonged. I can't even share this with my friends and family. Who do I talk to? And the top of it, like what would people say? I get it. I really get it. You're not confused between comfort and belonging. You're confused between uncertainty and certainty. You have a sense of certain life in US or any other Western country and you are scared for going for an uncertain life in India. But at the same time, you're feeling uncertain about your job in abroad because of the AI and how things are changing and you're like scared that you might lose your job. So you're scared about that uncertain future of yourself and your family in abroad. At the same time, you have that nostalgic feeling of homeliness, the certainty that you used to feel while you were a kid in India. So that's where the whole confusion lies there. And that's why you're still not able to book that one flight ticket that you easily can book with your salary, but you're just not ready yet.
Chapter 3. What changes after you come back? There are so many changes that happen all at once, but there are some which are good changes and some which is kind of difficult to get comfortable with. Let's start with the good ones. What feels better? Number 1, the family access. Now you are there. Now everything is just normal again. You don't feel that distance any longer. You can sit with them, cook with them, eat with them, travel with them, everything. So your life is back to normal again. Number 2, life starts feeling more full. It's no longer just work, sleep, repeat. Now you have your people around. Now you have that fulfilling feeling because yes, you're working, but you also have your family around. And that is just a different type of privilege after you come back. Number 3, the cultural comfort. At some point of time after you have lived like for 25 to 30 years in India and you have that feeling of culture, you have that feeling of belonging क्योंकि यहाँ पे आपको सब कुछ पता है ना. You stop feeling like an outsider because now you feel more belonged. You know all these things, you know these festivals, you have lived this, you have celebrated this for so many years and it gives you that comfort, it gives you that familiarity and that was very much needed while you were in abroad. But what hits you hard? What makes you feel uncomfortable? Number 1, the absence of systems and rules. See, you have lived abroad, you have spent your time in a country which has systems, which has rules and everybody follows it. But after you come back to India, you feel that okay, there is a lot of chaos everywhere just because there are no systems. That if they are there, then nobody is following them. They are all just unpredictable. Whether you go to fix on something or you buy something, it's all a chaotic journey. Number two, the work culture. When you move abroad and you come back and work in India, there is a big difference you will see in the work culture. Somewhere the office politics kind of remains the same, but the timings, the way they treat quantity is greater than quality. The more number of hours you put in into your work is better. That is kind of the ladder to your success somehow. और इसमें क्या होता है ना कि you've been habituated to a certain kind of work culture. So this shift will give you a lot of exhaustion just trying to fit into this new system. Number three, privacy and independent shift. There is kind of no privacy you will get when you move back. There is no specific your me time. There is no specific time that okay, I want to be at home or I want to do this, because even Sundays are filled up with meeting guests. Sundays are filled up with some social functions that one of your extended relatives are kind of hosting. You can't just do anything on your own. You have to have the family around. True story. I used to live in US earning my own money, and I felt independent because I was planning my entire day on my own. I was doing everything that I wanted to do. But with the same money, I came back to India. I had my savings. I wasn't dependent actually on any one of them, but it still felt dependent. I couldn't take independent decisions of my own life. So that shift happens and it's uncomfortable. Basically, in India, you will feel that yes, the comfort and the familiarity is back. India gives you that. India gives you that fulfilling part. But it does test your patience every day. From opening a bank account to actually just traveling to commuting from work to home and home to work, that feels itself a lot more tiring just because there are no systems, no rules, just chaos, and you're being tested every day.
Chapter 4. Who should actually come back? And I'll give you 3 types, and if you fall under these, then you should board the flight right now. Number 1. You always want family first. There's no doubt. You're absolutely clear on family comes first. If your lifestyle doesn't have your family in it, then it's not the lifestyle worth it. If you're very clear on that, and your parents are not comfortable living abroad, you should just book the goddamn flight ticket. Number 2, you don't care really about the validation or the status that you get basically by living abroad, and you're sort of okay with it. आपको फर्क नहीं पड़ता that what your uncle or auntie says when you come back, and that status that decreased because you used to work at a Silicon Valley at a Facebook, and now you work at maybe Zomato at Bangalore, and that got decreased. The validation was like you wasted a seat, you wasted an opportunity, and whatever. It doesn't matter to you. You don't really get affected by those validation or status. Then you too, my friend, can actually book your flight ticket. And number 3, you're a flexible guy or a girl. You don't sweat around the small stuff. You don't really care about the daily expectations. You're okay managing it. आपको पता है that India will not change its climate or air all of a sudden better नहीं हो जाने वाली because you chose to come back, and you're okay with it. You're fine with those changes. You're fine with the life that India gives you. You're not really comparing it every small things every day. And इसके लिए आप एक बहुत simple सा test ले सकते हो that when you went to abroad, were you the one who basically called parents and complained about यहाँ पे तो ये अच्छा नहीं है, वो अच्छा नहीं है, वगैरह वगैरह, or you were the one that made the most out of what you got? This will be a clear sign for you to understand that if अगर आपने अपने आप को grow नहीं किया है, then आप इंडिया आके भी same complaints करोगे, and that is a terrible decision for you then. So choose wisely.
3 types of people who actually should not come back. Number 1, who are still chasing the financial goals. उनके लिए वापस आना is not a good idea because you can earn a lot more there by living there rather than coming here. वहाँ पे आप कम साल में ज़्यादा अपने financial goals को achieve कर सकते हो, aggressively achieve कर सकते हो, rather than coming back and even working at the greatest company of India. You won't be able to match the finances. Number 2, the ones who get easily frustrated with the systems. See, I know you have lived abroad, but India is not like that. There are absence of systems, and the point is you won't be able to make systems work here because people are okay with the absence of systems. That is the norm here. So if you are someone who gets easily frustrated कि ये सर्विस क्यों नहीं हो रही है, ये बैंक अकाउंट खुलने में इतनी देर क्यों हो रही है, ये क्यों हो रहा है, ये इंटरनेट इतना धीरे क्यों काम कर रहा है, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी एट सम पार्ट्स ऑफ इंडिया स्टिल अ प्रॉब्लम, ये हाइजीनिक क्यों नहीं है, all these things will make you uncomfortable and it will be on daily basis. So those kind of people shouldn't come back. Number 3, don't come back just because you're having a bad phase of life. See, that will pass. एक phase की वजह से अगर आप वापस आ गए and you don't have a plan exactly what to do next in India, then it will be a problem for you and something that you won't be able to change. And if this bad phase is kind of temporary, then you shouldn't move back. Maybe it's your breakup, maybe it's this stressful time when you're trying to shift your job because you don't like the current one. It's a temporary phase, because trust me, if you're someone who are all of these 3, then it would be very difficult for you to come back and actually live happily in India. So these 3 types of people shouldn't come back. And remember, don't come back to escape. Come with a proper, clear plan, because your life depends on it.
Chapter 5, The Real Decision Framework. Now here, I'm going to ask you straight out some questions and I want you to answer them honestly. If you are not honest to yourself, man, sorry, but you're going to just regret it later. So I would urge you to be as honest as you can. You don't have to tell me, I mean, you could in the comments, but you could just take a pen and paper and start answering those questions. So the first question is, why did you go abroad in the first place? Take a pause, take your time, answer it. Why did you go abroad in the first place? Has that goal changed? No? Did you change? What happened exactly here? Why you went abroad in the first place? Did your goal change or did you change? Or should I put it this way? Did you actually achieve your goal? I mean, if it was your dream and did you achieve your dream, and now because you've achieved your dream, there's not much to chase and you're like, okay, now I feel more stuck. Is that the thing? What matters to you more? I mean, obviously the answer is both, but more. What matters to you more? Money or meaning? Which one? Take your time. You can pause the video if you want. Take your time. And the last one, where do you feel more yourself? You've been to India back and forth, especially on your Thanksgiving, holidays and the Christmas holidays. Where do you see yourself, the real you, the more comfortable you? Is it the lifestyle that you built in abroad? Is it the freedom that you got in abroad? Is it the money that you have in abroad? Or is it the home in India on your Activa that you feel more you? Where do you feel more of yourself? See, it's very subjective, so I cannot just say that, oh, this is right and this is wrong, because that's not how it works. It's subjective. So you have to decide, where exactly do you feel more yourself? So when you're done answering those questions, I want you to really reflect upon those, because this is where the magic happens. This is where you make a right or a wrong choice. And see, we have been on the both sides. We've lived in US for a couple of years, me for 4 years and my wife for 8 years. And now we moved back to India and it's been 3 years. So we literally saw both sides of the coin. And you know what? Yeah, honestly, we've realized that there's no perfect choice. There's no one right answer. It's an aligned choice. It's a subjective choice. किसी के लिए सही है, किसी के लिए गलत है. किसी के लिए बहुत सही होगा, बहुत मजा आएगा. You'll be like, fine, I waited so many years before I took this decision and finally moved back. And किसी के लिए होगा, why the hell did I move back here, right? So our job at this channel is to make sure that you don't make the wrong decision. A decision that you eventually will regret. If you feel stress, if you're not sure about the homecoming, if you want our advice, we do provide consultations one-on-one and the link would be in the description, so feel free to check out. If this was helpful, do let us know in the comments. It really helps us. And if you can, like the video and subscribe to the channel if you really like such videos. With that being said, इस वीडियो को हम यहीं पे wrap up करते हैं. आपसे मुलाकात होगी अगले वीडियो में. तब तक अपना ख्याल रखिए. And we're going to see you in the next one. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.